build my gallows and build them high. Makes a long time climbing before I die.
Hello everybody, welcome to Shortbangers. I'm Matty, joined tonight by Colin and John. How you doing, boys?
Good. Good. I just discovered that plastic trays, if you put them in the oven, they melt. Thanks for that pearl of wisdom, Colin.
That's right. I was telling this stuff going, yeah. I knew you would know.
Listen, I wouldn't put plastic in the oven. I'm not fucking stupid.
No, but
that's stupid. But how did you find out?
Because one of my daughters done it.
Oh, one of them did it.
Obviously.
One of my daughters. Aye.
It was, but I was going, what's that smell? So we're talking about how to keep a chippy warm, because Matthew's due one to get delivered any moment as we record.
And we were trying not to.
And he's not to eat it.
His appetite,
Obviously not to eat it.
Well, we're recording. Imagine the noise and all that. Nah, no danger.
Horrendous. So, put on a plate first on the oven.
By the way, put them in the air fryer. My mum and dad, just by in the background and everything here tonight. Yeah, I'm at Tommy Two Sheds.
Forgot about that.
How did that nickname go down with Tommy?
All right.
Like
he never objected to the nickname so much. He was annoyed. I say annoyed. If he wasn't bothered about the coffee slander in the cup of tea.
Oh, aye.
Aye. But I said it's only slander if it's no true.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, like if so, kind of got dropped after that point.
And is it slander or is it libel?
It depends where you are. It depends where you are. He's in Germany now, though.
Oh, I thought one was written and the other one was spoken.
No, I think it depends where you are.
I think one's Scots law, mate. I think it's slander's a Scottish one, maybe. Can't remember.
Bound to be a lawyer listening,
I've not been bound to be, and I've not committed it yet. I don't think, unless that's right. Nice little Tommy Two Sheds is bang on.
It's funny, I'll not even be in Germany. It'll be me that gets done. Right, well, we get some questions underway. What we're going to start with the most recent ones and work back, rather than go with oldest ones, or should we do the oldest ones, or mix it up as they can?
Who sent them in? Is it subscribers? Because the subscribers,
Well, Sean's the first one. Sean is a subscriber. He said, had a dream, brackets, nightmare that my wee girl was being eaten by a snake last night. I woke up pretty much immediately and had a very non-horny boner. Read into that what you will. Not a question, just development information.
Is this Sean that coined the non-horny boner phrase in the first place?
Yes, we've got T-shirts on our Redbubble that are branded with non-horny boner as well. They're good T-shirts. It's like an eye test chart, and if you go to the letters, it says non-horny boner.
So he had a nightmare and he woke up with a non-horny boner. Is that what we're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And he's got a background in psychology.
No, my background's like a white wall and a couple of pictures, John. Colin's got a pink room.
Do you remember Colin used to have like a couple? Was it one or was it two whiteboards? On either side.
It's in the cupboard on this side of the wall. Yeah.
I just did DIY the other night and put a whiteboard up in my daughter's room. Still standing. The room and the whiteboard are still up where they're meant to be. Okay. First thing, you draw on it, obviously, Bobby.
Well, I was just about to ask, like, see in your daughter's room, is it inappropriate to draw a giant Bobby?
We did it at the same time, so she drew one colour of pen and I drew the other one.
Disappointing she knows what it looks like, yeah.
If you'd seen it, she doesn't care what it looks like.
She just what she thinks. Because she does have a fire stick now in her room, does she?
She does.
Right. No.
Is a graffiti Bobby like the universal first bit of graffiti that someone goes to when they get the opportunity?
It has to. Well,
like is it a gender or sex-free bit of graffiti?
No, the first thing that they do is hopscotch, innit? Like that's your beginner. Is hopscotch. The kids at school or the nursery that they draw it with a stone sometimes on the pavement.
Oh, yeah.
The hopscotch thing to play, which is a fucking shit game as well. You can see why they invented Xboxes and that, because fucking hopscotch is rubbish. And then I think they graduate from that to maybe noughts and crosses, and then graffiti cocks or hangman. Yeah.
Well, graffiti cocks are sort of first year entry level stuff, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe younger nowadays.
I think that's probably high school. Mm-hmm. High school's probably the tipping point for it, and you get it on a jotter. Do you remember you used to have to wrap up your jotters?
And wallpaper.
What the fuck was that
wallpaper
about?
and posters.
Why does they do that?
Doesn't it get done anymore? Like I've got
Wonder.
5 daughters there, lying there to get either binned or go in the attic, depending on what. I don't know what's happening with them. But none of them, they're all just different colours for different subjects rather than different wallpapers.
But why? I could never quite understand what the point in it was. Was it to keep you?
Must be a teacher listening. Maybe a teacher could text in to let us know.
So we need a lawyer to text in 80295. Text in
Slander,
libel and slander. And if you're a teacher and you're listening, what the fuck was the wallpapered jotters?
Because the last time we asked for somebody, we've got a graphic designer. So thanks very much.
Thank you very much for getting in touch about that as well.
I wonder how many more professions we can get in touch with us.
Well,
yes, something for that.
As I mentioned on what night did we do the Twitter Spaces on Tuesday? The car's gone again, battery. So if there's a mechanic listening, it's kind of nervous is it a Fairland area or a car salesperson
spare battery
or a spare battery. If anybody's got a spare car battery, it's any
that's exciting, because you're due to change your car, you know.
Aye.
So is the battery flat, like, or is it just?
I could jump it easy enough. So I've got my mum's car again, so I'll just jump it with that on Monday, I think.
It's funny it lets you jump it, but then it doesn't work. It doesn't let you recharge either.
Aye.
Like, normally you would jump it and keep it running or go for a long drive or whatever, and it would charge your battery up to some extent.
Aye, I think it was what you said, Colin, the other day about the short drives, because I did loads of short drives. I think that just, like you said, just fucks the battery.
Kills it dead.
Aye. Right, we got a question here, right, Leon? What's a woodchuck?
I've no idea. Is it not a bird? Don't know. We've had this before. What? Or no, it's what?
No, it's how much wood would a woodchuck chuck?
No.
I always thought because it was related to that, it was something like a beaver. I've never looked it up. I just kind of had in my head that that's sort of.
Unless it's more like
by the way, it's like a groundhog. If you search, if you Google woodchuck, it brings up groundhog.
That's got Raymond now as well.
So the groundhog, also known as a woodchuck, is a rodent of the family Scuridae. I don't know if that's the right pronunciation, belonging to the group of large ground squirrels known as marmots. You wouldn't have thought a groundhog was like a squirrel. Your ground squirrel, is it just fat because it can't climb trees?
It just does look like a fat squirrel. So I think that's your answer, Leon. Woodchucks are just fat squirrels.
Fat squirrels, lazy squirrels. Or big bones.
Do you get many squirrels around your bit?
My mum, here they do, but no up at mine. Nah, very rare. I would see I've never seen a squirrel at my bit.
We get them a lot. I've got a cycle path up the walkway all the way to Pennycook, and you see them all the time.
How do you feel about them? Like, do you think that they're beautiful woodland creatures and it's all creatures great and small, or do you just think, you fucking furry little rodent bastards?
I think they're quite cool with things.
I've never really thought about it. The only thing I ever think is, oh fuck, the dog starts going mental and want to chase them. But no, I've never really considered it either way.
And how do you feel about it now that I've asked?
I'm still very much in the don't give a fuck.
I
agree.
I don't mind it. There used to be a
Live and let live.
Which ones are, there was red and grey, and then one's dominant now, isn't it? The grey squirrels, I think,
the
are the
grey
ones
are the
that sort of ruined it for red squirrels. But maybe there's a reason I don't like them, because they're a bit racist. So we should maybe try and get squirrels cancelled for that reason.
Yeah.
All right, Mikey asked, there was a wasp on my flight to France on Saturday. Aside from the hilarious bedlam this caused, do you think it was a Scottish wasp on Halls, or does its stripy top mean it was a French one and returning home, and it wasn't on the plane home for what it's worth?
Do you think it could have been a wasp that was Scottish wasp that didn't mean to go on holidays? Like, he was just flying about.
It's just did some wasping.
This guy just did some wasping and just got captured in an airplane. The next thing it was in France.
How confused would it be? Kind of going bzzz, and then it comes and goes, fucking hell, it's roasting.
Doesn't care the language over there.
Aye.
Libbies.
Libbies. That's what the other ones are saying. It's going, what fuck knows what you're talking about.
Can either of you remember a time where you've seen a wasp at an airport? I can't, like, it doesn't seem like somewhere that you see them.
I think they never clocked one. Like, I thought, oh, here's a noteworthy event that I need to remember in case I ever get asked about it on a podcast in years to come.
See if there was a swarm of them, or like one in isolation. I feel like they would be equally significant events. Like, I'm trying to understand the mystery how that wasp ended up on the plane. And also, I was thinking when you were describing it, like, is there anywhere on the plane where there's a gap small enough when it's flying that the wasp could like suddenly find itself outside the aircraft, like a wee gap, just get through? You'd think not.
It's airtight, isn't it?
Aye. Yeah, it's good to be.
Is an aircraft, I know this is going to sound really, really daft, but is an aircraft like absolutely airtight when it's up in the sky?
I think it has to be, because it would start sucking folk out, wouldn't it? Probably affect aerodynamics as well.
Is it? So it's a pressurised cabin, so when it gets pressurised, does that make it effectively create a seal to make it airtight? I'm sure it must do.
Aye.
Although, you've seen the windows on planes, they look shit. Do you know, look at the front window that the pilot's looking at you? They never look like they're up to much.
Do you imagine like the carnage that could be caused if there was a wasp in the cockpit? Like, especially because they've got those sealed doors now since 9/11. Like,
no way out for either of them, for the pilots or the wasp.
Like, you might find yourself in a situation where they've got like armed marshals in economy, and they've got a wee can of raid. It's a fucking mandatory measure.
Imagine if that was the truth behind 9/11.
Well, listen, I was going to go there. I'm glad you went there. So it's you that gets cancelled, not me. But 4 wasps. Well, how many planes was it? Was it 4 planes? 2 at the Twin Towers, 1 at the Pentagon,
and one
allegedly.
Aye.
4 wasps.
This wee wasp, anyway, I like to think it was on a deliberate holiday rather than an accidental one.
Aye.
Do you think that 4 wasps on 9/11 is a better or worse conspiracy theory than jet fuel can't melt steel beams?
I think it would get less traction. I think it would get less. I mean, we could try and start it. You could put that theory on the internet.
Aye.
In fact, easy, if we wanted to get like a YouTube video with fucking billions of hits, you could just start a 9/11 conspiracy, because those ones always go fucking mental. But we would need some diagrams. So actually, if we could get Alex to draw on his whiteboard what he thinks might have happened, like an artist impression, almost like a court illustrator of a. Now, would the wasp need to be armed, or is it just enough that it's a wasp?
Just with sting. It's armed with sting, isn't it?
Did they take that off the wasp before they let it on the aircraft?
had to go through the wee wasp scanner.
Take his wee shoes off. Belt.
I suppose, John, the next question is, have you ever seen a wasp at the travel agents?
Just a wee wasp dressed as work. Fuck, I need a 2-week break. Where am I going to go? Man.
The wasps die after the summer.
Yeah. Aye, they must do. I don't think the same wasps come back the next year.
No. So maybe we just try to prolong their life, by going somewhere warmer.
No. By the way, it could be a year-round wasp. Just by cleverly planning its trips.
Yeah.
I thought you meant by like
heading to Australia for Christmas.
Trying to escape the wasp Grim Reapers, so I thought, fuck it, I'll jump on a 747.
Do wasps live all year?
China, that's why they go about stinging folk, because they know that they didn't live for that long, so they're sort of born angry and disillusioned.
Aye.
In autumn, all wasps die, with the exception of the new queen. The new queens that hibernate then emerge to build new nests the following spring.
Yeah,
it's almost
maybe he's trying to prolong his life then, get to somewhere warmer.
Do you think the queen wasps then are they distance themselves so as not to get hurt, kind of their feelings, and so as not to miss them? They're like, they just keep. That's why they're so aloof and like queens, because otherwise it's just going to be an emotional carnage. That's all their mates apart from the other queens. Die.
See,
And I won her.
like it's not how do I describe this? It's not always autumn in every country in the world. So theoretically, could a wasp jump on an airplane as it's approaching autumn in the
That's
northern
what we're
hemisphere?
talking about. This is what this French wasp is, or Scottish wasp going to France.
Wasp.
That's what it was
But
doing.
but they would have to keep doing that. They would have to be like, right, that's the leaves starting to come off the trees. I'm going to have to go.
He needs to get to Australia.
Aye. But you could probably stagger it because
Aye.
it's a big flight
Just
for
as
one
far
wasp.
south to go.
Because airplanes are only warm as well, so I don't know if that would be a factor. And there's nothing for it to. I suppose it could try and land on folks' food and that.
Just a
If
sort
it
of
wanted
series of 2-hour flights till
Aye.
it gets to Australia.
It's quite a high risk journey for a wasp, though. You would think, because in that wee space, there's going to be somebody who's going to be like the hero. You know, there'll be the folk who are like, just leave it, just ignore it, it'll go away. But
Boy with a gun.
Aye, Bruce Willis is sitting there fucking ready to get his vest out to fucking nail this wasp. Just to get around the applause for everybody else in the airplane.
Oh, I'm actually fucking dying on the inside here thinking about this US Air Marshal like whipping out his Glock 9mm and shooting a fucking wasp.
Everybody down. The wasp is kind of getting deported to the nearest airport. Just have to make an emergency landing, and it comes off in wee wasp handcuffs.
If you were on a plane and there was a wasp on it, would you try and kill it with, say, the in-flight magazine, or would you try and catch it? And if you're going to catch it, what would you catch it with?
I wouldn't try and kill it. I'd just try and let it be. I'm not really for. Aye. If you ignore it, it'll bugger off. Which I'm not entirely sure if that's true, because I've ignored wasps before and they've hung about for ages.
You know what though? Just when we're talking about it, I've spent an ample amount of time on wasps, but I've not seen many this summer. Like it's been quite a. I've not been a lot of them.
I had a wasp nest at the back door.
Was there any of it?
I want to say about a dozen. Like it was. I don't know if you've ever seen a wasp nest before. Like I don't know how we managed to miss this thing, but it was maybe about the size of a donut, just sort of like hung for the back door. And there was about half a dozen.
I had one when I lived here.
Removed it.
At my mum and dad's had one right above this room, in the outside window, right above it. What you should do, John, is right. Have you listened to last week's Shortbangers, John?
No, I didn't have time. Sorry.
Okay, now.
Fuck's sake.
Well, we were contemplating what you could do. Do you remember the film Speed?
Aye.
And how they tricked the CCTV in the bus by putting like another image up.
Yeah.
To the bus. We were saying you could do that with your neighbour's Ring doorbell, so that he when he looks at the camera just sees it outside of his street. You could do that and carefully remove the wasp nest and sellotape it somewhere to his
inside his bin.
Inside his bin, by the way, just drop it in there and get a good sugar. And
then next time he opens it,
press his doorbell and then run back into your house and just watch out the window.
That's a shout. He started turning. He's got a wee light outside his front door, and he started turning that on recently. I'm guessing he's not getting the full infrared experience for his snooper cam.
What to do then is dress up as a massive fucking moth. If he's putting a light on outside, dress up as a massive moth and just flap about his fucking Ring doorbell for a bit, and then just go back in your house but never ever mention it.
See for a doorbell cam, do you need to have the sign up? Like, you know, if you have CCTV cameras, you need to put a sign up saying like CCTV.
Do you have to if it's just your own property?
I think so. I think you need to
is it not for like for businesses and that if they're doing it? Are they kind of rules on it? If you did it for your
house, I've seen it on houses around about here as well. But you're meant to do it. I think. Pretty sure you do have to put something up because you're filming.
But is that no as a deterrent? No, they put that no because they have to do it. But a deterrent said, "Any burgle us by the way because we're fucking filming you doing it."
I don't know. I don't know what the rules are. Again, if we've got a lawyer listening.
Imagine the burglar going, "You fucking can't nick me. They never told me the CCTV was there." I'm off on a technicality.
No, it's more. It's no for like obviously if somebody is deliberately breaking in, then I think you're fair game. But I think it's like for filming people that haven't given you permission to record,
and
they're not doing anything wrong. like at a school, you need to sign a form saying, my kid can be in photos.
Aye.
Because you could be on the run for abusive parent or whatever, and they didn't want you to know where you are. So that's why you have to give permission or not. So it would be, I guess, for that.
Right.
Some privacy rule about it.
Go and date it, John. Go and just make the speed thing. Take a photo for your neighbour's doorbell out, so you get exactly what it's like, and just.
Yeah, Alex to draw you a picture of it. And
that's an impression on a whiteboard.
Get a whiteboard up.
TG Willis asked, do seamen who take folk out on boat trips go on boat trips when they're on holiday? That used to be known as a busman's holiday.
I think
not the boats, obviously, but on a bus. That principle.
A busman,
is a busman's holiday when, like, is that just a bus full of bus drivers?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds awful. Like, you'd just be sitting. Would you be sitting critiquing the actual bus driver for the day?
They'll just wave to each other.
just,
never did fucking move anywhere because they'll just wave.
I wouldn't have went that way. I don't know why he's gone that way.
By the way, I'm no slagging bus drivers. So if yesterday morning going into work, can you pay for you use your phone or whatever to pay for stuff now? Buses as well. The card wasn't working on the fucking bus, right? No, because there wasn't money or anything like that. It just didn't work. So I tried my phone. I had the actual card. Tried that. And it's kind of awkward. I don't know what to do here because, like, I've got the money. It's not accepting it for whatever reason. It's obviously that is the issue. But the drivers just went, "Oh fuck, just go on." It almost said, "Oh fuck, just go on." He just kind of that resigned look is can't be arsed for this. Just go on.
He's got a laptop. He's clearly works in an office. He's got a few bob.
I've not at it.
Just
get yourself on. So fair play to the bus driver for just saving us all a fucking hassle.
Where were you? Where were you headed?
Just and it's going to work. I was going to Princess Street.
Do you know how you need to use your card? I don't know, every 10 times or something. You need to put the PIN number in.
Aye.
Like a safety thing. You were caught there on the 10th time.
So I think I might have, because I went to, when I got off the bus, I went to the cash machine and took a tenner out just so in case it was that, because I used my PIN. So, I kind of thought that's probably what it should have been.
My phone app now, like the wallet, and used for my bus fares. And I wonder if this doesn't work. I was actually thinking that this week. I wonder if it never asked me for a PIN, obviously, because the wallet doesn't,
Well, sometimes so if you try to use your wallet, there are times that it will say, like your phone, it'll ask you for a PIN anyway, and you'll need to go and put your card in instead. Like that's happened to me in shops before, so you just use the same card, but the actual physical one, put the PIN in, it works. It's good chatting.
What sort of actual physical card anymore with me? I just use my phone most of the time, so I'd be fucked.
Do you know one of the downsides, right? So using cards, right, and like high speed internet totally changed how mine used to be Switch. Switch, you only used to check 1 in 10 transactions. So we used to like kick the arse at it all the time. Came when I was like young and first found this out, and you could go drinking. You were like fucking skint. It's like 2 days before payday. And you wanted to go to the pub. You could take the chance. Got like there's 1 in 10 that is no going to work. So you go in. Free Lights and Firkin was brilliant for they always let you pay Switch and they give you cash back. So you get the first round in, get 50 quid cash back. Hope the card worked first time, and in fact that was you sorted, brilliant. And then you just waited like the time the money came out your bank, paid, gone in, and you were all right. Can't do that now. It's ruined it.
But can you still get cash back for places?
I think who does, isn't it? Like hardly anybody uses cash now, do they?
No, that's what I was kind of thinking. Ever seen anybody in a long time, and I've hardly ever got cash back, to be honest. Cash back, fucking hell, that's a flash in the pan, though, really. Yeah, it wasn't like it. There wasn't a long time that was a thing.
Nah, Switch as well. Switch isn't a thing anymore either. It's like Visa debit, and I don't think the Switch even exists as a company.
No.
Right, last question. Right, Metro Life. So Charlie McGrew thinks you made this up. Tagged us. This is probably no one, but we've only got a minute left. But Metro Life, the tweet is, I'm in love with my wife's friend and think about her during sex. Should I risk it all for her? And Charlie Mulgrew says, this looks like a Shortbangers conundrum. So looking for some life advice here for this person that's written into Metro
Has
Life.
Charlie Mulgrew made that up? Has he made it up? Or is it actually Charlie Mulgrew?
Oh, by the way.
I wonder if it's for him, like asking for a friend sort of style question, by the sounds of it.
My mate Dave.
Uh,
Just do it, fuck's sake, like,
so
see the world the way it is.
the wife. He's pumping the wife and he's thinking about her pal, eh?
By the way, you want to hear like the chat, so just clicked into the article. Right? So the problem, I've been married mostly happily for nearly 30 years and have 2 sons, both married with children. My wife and I have a good sex life, but when we make love, I'm always thinking of my wife's friend, whom I have loved from a distance for years. This is the next bit, right? She never met the right man and has remained single. Because of that, she's tried to stay young and attractive.
Just tried though.
She's just tried that. But that's the reason. Whereas my wife has let herself go a bit and is what her kids call mumsy.
Fucking hell.
Is
Any let her read this, mate. She'll decide for you.
Is that Fern Britton's husband contacting Metro Life?
So,
Paul Hollywood done similar, didn't he?
Did he?
That's a good point.
But what would your advice? What would your advice be? And I'll tell you what the expert said after it.
So he's clearly he's just lusting after this woman. He doesn't love her, right? Or he would already do something about it. And it's just when he's getting a ride, he's thinking about her. It's no, like he's no mentioned there. He's thinking about her when he's eating his tea or anything like that. You know what I mean? So it's just pure fantasy, innit?
Aye, he's no having a walk through the park thinking, it would be really nice if she was here with me for a bit of companionship.
Or imagine when she's moaning at me because I've no fucking hoovered the stairs.
So you're saying stick, then twist, stick, right? Is that you locking the answer in, Colin?
You either walk out together and have nothing. You can't, or you stay where you are, right? Yeah. But he says he loves his wife, eh? Aye, he's got to just stay in it, aye. Suck it up, mate.
John?
I got her pumped.
Get her
pumped. I didn't mean that. I hope that's not a reflection of personality. Like Colin's very much the rational. Like you've got your life set up for you. You've got your wife, you've got your bairns, you've got your grandkids, all that sort of stuff. You're not going to risk all that sort of stuff for a ride. However, energy prices are going up. Fucking nuclear bombs are about to start raining on our heads. Maybe he should have a wee bit extra.
And then he's got to have other child maintenance he's got to have to pay as well then. As well as all the extra bills.
His bairns are all grown up. If he's got grandkids, he's not going to worry about child maintenance.
But he goes on to mention that he recently lost his parents and that made him realise life is too short. So what the experts say, it's normal to fantasise about other people, but our experts agree acting on the fantasy is another matter. This woman represents everything you fear you've lost: youth, freedom, lack of responsibility. Would these feelings survive if she was part of everyday life? Colin, that's more or less exactly what you said. Then don't underestimate losing your parents. Being a middle-aged orphan creates a sense of your own mortality, which can lead to recklessness. You don't know how this woman feels. By gambling on her flirtation, you risk everything.
See, that just feels like he's been a lot of more pressure on that boy when all he's looking for is his hole.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why does he have all that responsibility on his shoulders when he's just feeling a bit fucking horny?
Well,
it's didn't do it because it'll mean that your bairns are going to start thinking about when they're going to die. Like, fuck off.
But see the like this is something. But so his mum and dad's died. He's a fucking grandparent himself, right? What's his issue here? Like, this was meant to happen. It's not like they died when he was a fucking bairn or something. Like, he's a fucking granddad. Why is he like? I get it. You're upset. Your mum and dad's died. You've known them all your life, right? But like, he's fucking presumably 50 plus.
Aye. Do you think he's let himself go as well because he's not been single?
Aye,
and he's not been keeping himself looking attractive for that reason.
He's definitely got a Ned Kelly on him, and slippers and wears a cardigan, got his own armchair, probably sleeps in his own bed, and he's looking, oh no, he's saying that he does still have, did he say that he has an active sex life with his missus,
Yeah.
current missus?
Aye.
So maybe they're not in separate beds yet, but that's definitely on the cards for the description.
Exactly. Maybe
Well, let's see if it carries on this way, by the way.
He's not-
Right, this is out of time. Right, we'll leave that one there. By the way, the next question that we're going to come on to when we do Shortbangers Extra is, hell, we're just to get your answers to it. Right, I'll not give anything away. No spoilers for the subscribers. Something to look forward to. If you want to subscribe, go to our Twitter and click on the wee link. It's longbangers.hubwave.net. £3 a month, you get extra Shortbangers, extra Longbangers, and some other bonus content as well. Plus discounts our live show, and we have got a live show coming up on the 28th of October. £10 if you're not a subscriber, £7 if you are. There's still some tickets left, but they are going quick, so get in touch with us on Twitter if you want them, and we'll sort you out. In the meantime, thanks for listening, thanks for sending in the questions and revealing dreams, and we'll see you next time.
Well, they trailed me down when I broke free. I drank all the whiskey in Tennessee. I don't